Hi, I'm Patty Wack at I Love to Create, and we're starting something new called Ask the Experts. And I've got some great questions from some of you that wrote to us on AC Moore's Facebook page. So let's get started. Our first question is from Kathy. She wrote, I plan to use your fabric paint on the canvas of my director's chairs. Is there a way to protect it from wear and tear after I've finished painting? Someone suggested putting it in the dryer to heat set, and I'm unsure about that. Well, you don't have to do that at all. All of our paints are permanent. Whether you're spraying, squeezing, or brushing it on, you can rest assured that it's going to stay there forever, no matter how many times you wash it. Now, our next question is from Shawnee. She wrote, the tulip fabric spray paints clog very easily between uses. That's this one right here. Now, how can I avoid that from happening? Well, we've got a great video on YouTube right now. You can go there and watch the video, but what it basically says is whenever you're done with your first project, go ahead and pull the cap off, place it in a bowl of clear water, and spritz it till it sprays clear. And then while you've got that water there, go ahead and put it under the faucet and clean the nozzle real well and wipe it dry. Put the cap on and you're ready for your next project. I love how it works. See how cute this little guy turned out? Now, what's our next question? The next question is from Shariva. What is the best way to prep a fabric to receive dye better? Very good question. Shariva, all I do is wash that fabric. Whether it's a piece of fabric I'm going to make something with, or it's something from the thrift store or out of my closet, I wash it, even if it's brand new, because you want to get all the starch and all of the fabric softener and any oils out of there before you do your project, because you want all of that dye or the paint to saturate into the fibers, and then it's good. All right, what's our next question? The next one is from Anne. She asks, will a dye cover over bleach spots? Well, you know, we all make those little accidents when we're doing the laundry and we get a little bleach spot on something. Well, yes, the dye does go right into that bleach spot because it's all ready for that color to come in. But remember, whenever you do a project like that, that even though you've put that same color of dye over the entire project, the darker places are going to dye darker. So I have a great idea. Next time that happens, go ahead and bleach a spatter and do all kinds of fun things. Get creative, then rinse out the bleach and then dye it. You're going to love how creative that turns out. Love that question. Someone asked, I've got some of the beads in a bottle paints. Is there a trick for getting different sizes of beads in a row? I love this product and I know you're enjoying it too. And I did this fabulous boot. Isn't this fun? Now, as you can see, if you look really close, I've done it in different sizes. Like the red is little bitty tiny beads, and all I did was squeeze a little bit and pull up straight for those little tiny beads. And then I used the blue to go and make the next size beads, all in a nice little row. And then I use a silver metallic to do these that are larger and they look like studs. Just practice on a paper towel or something else before you get started, and you're going to love doing beads in the bottle. Great question. All right, our next question is from L.R. Smith. She wrote, oh, I have a question for Tulip. I have been wondering about it for years. Why, oh why, did they take their spatter paint for t-shirts off the market? Well, I don't know about those paints particularly, but I do know that our paints can spatter. Check out these cute little t-shirts. This one is for camp. It says I Heart Camp, and check out the little splatters on it. Now, this is so easy to achieve. All you do is pump short bursts of paint, just little bitty short pumps, and then bring your arm across the shirt and it'll get this kind of a spatter paint. As you can see, you can put white on darker colors, or you can get the colors and put it on white. Love that question. All right, what's next? This is someone that calls herself the Saving Queen. I like that. I would like to change the original color of leather shoes. My son and I want to experiment on an old pair of his shoes. Man, I love this question because this is one of my most favorite things to do. Whenever I was doing these shoes, I was so excited because I knew that our paints would change the leather into any color I wanted. As you can see, I did the white polka dots on these shoes with a little pouncer, with a tulip tool pouncer, And then I laid fishnet over the front of them and sprayed the spray over those fishnet to make that a gorgeous design. And these, I brushed it on. First I tore masking tape and taped it to the shoe, and then I brushed on our soft paints. So you can use sprays or you can use soft paints on the leather, and it's going to work like a charm. And it's flexible too, so you'll love that. Good question. All right, let's see, let's keep moving. Jackie, she wrote, any chance of new colors in the one-step line? Yes, we do have lots of new colors. And our one-step line is what she's talking about is our tulip dyes. And yes, we have new colors. I don't know if I know all of the names, but there's royal blue, pink, teal, gray, olive, coral. Lots of new colors. So go to your store and check it out. All right, what's our next one? Kim. Kim wrote, I just bought the gray dye. That is this one right here. Is there a better way to make it darker, or should I just add a touch of black to it? Well, Kim, you've got the right idea. That's what we do here at I Love to Create. We can just sprinkle a few more granules of black inside the little shaker bottle, shake it up, and you're good for a darker color. The gray turns out beautiful. You can do a solid color, or you can do a gradient like this. And if you are brave enough to mix your colors, you're going to love mixing dyes. So go out there and have fun with that. All right, let's see, what's our next question? Oh, this is the best one of all. Someone wrote, I want to host a tie-dye t-shirt party for my son's birthday. Any tips on how to do this easy and without a mess? Well, that's the biggest question of all, right? When you're tie-dyeing is how do I do it and not get messy? Well, I've got a plan. All right, take them all outdoors, and of course, that's going to be less mess right there. Then if it's kids, get those big, large trash bags and cut out a hole for their head and holes for their arms. Slip that on your kids, and then make sure you use the gloves that are in the kits. And I've got a great tip for you. Take those gloves and you get a ton of rubber bands and do this. Now you've got the kids completely covered and they're ready for a no-mess birthday party. When you're all done, wrap everything up in the tablecloths, throw it in the trash, and bam, you had a great party. I think that's it. Hey, thanks so much for writing to us. I'll see you again on Facebook page, and look for those questions to be answered on Ask the Experts.